Chapter 12. Rimaru's Pav. After my discussion with Seal, I stayed with her for a while. I didn't have a choice since she laid on me when she went to sleep in relief while I was still under her. I've never seen her sleep, so I decided to wait and savor the rare occasion. When she did eventually wake up, I gave her a kiss on the head and said good morning to her. Her face turning red was priceless to me. Rimaru, I hope you enjoyed the nap you took, Seal. It should help you understand why I have such a hard time giving it up. Seal, I left parallel processing on, so I still was awake, just a separate self of mine, dear. But it was a wonderful experience where it feels as if time moves forward while you stay still. It's a humbling experience for me. It also helped all of my muscles, even if artificial, relax all at once, which was hard to do normally, so I learned something too. I also got to sleep with you, dear. Another thing off the checklist for me. She seemed pleased to have acquired new knowledge and a unique experience all at once. I'm happy that she is enjoying these small moments just as I do. Rimaru, so shall we go down and eat together then? Seal, I would love to, dear, but we need a disguise. Rimaru, should we decide our new looks then? We have the spare time. Seal, sure dear, I would love to. So we made 2 clones in front of us and started to change their looks together, mostly because I needed her help to do it. In the end we both didn't change very much about our looks. She didn't, since she said my original look was almost perfect anyways. All she did was change the bust sizes and the height a little. Now she's a bit shorter and is a modest figure, but her face remained the same. I of course tried to make mine just look more like a man as much as I could. I now had broader shoulders and shorter hair, along with changing my face to resemble my first attempt at changing my clone's appearance to male long ago. When he first ate Shizu, it was alright, but it didn't feel right, so I decided to hold it for later and go with what I had for now. Rimaru, so shall we go now? Seal, sure dear, I wish to experience why you love food so much next. So we both went downstairs and got a table to eat at. After a while we got our food and we made small talk as we ate when a small commotion happened. It seemed to start when a vampire guard asked for blood from a local, as was required in the country for tax instead of money. But she seemed to have already had given her blood dose for the month, so she declined the request for that reason, stating that her body had yet to make enough blood yet for another donation. I looked and she still had the bite mark from the last one, as she said, but it seemed the low-rank vampire just liked her blood more than most people, so he chose to make her give more again. Others tried to say they would give instead since they were able, but he was adamant in just her blood. I heard other guards coming to the scene, but before they did, a man stood up from the counter and turned around after the vampire grabbed the girl. Man, I don't think she likes being touched. He had a surprisingly calm voice for the situation he was in. Everyone else stopped talking as they saw him walk towards the guard with a poorly made metal cup in his hand. After getting nearby but not too close, he stopped near a table. As that happened, the other guards came in and asked what was going on. Guard 1, this woman is to donate blood but has refused to do so, and this man has asked me to let her go. Guard 2, that's so. They trying to live here without even paying the fee for doing so. Then they both are to be taken and bleed dry for disobeying the rules. I used my skills to tap into their thought communication, and they all were working together for a taste of the girl's blood. All were low-rank vampires, so if I ended them it would change very little, but I didn't want to abandon Seal and our date together. Luckily it seemed I didn't have to. Man, she is someone I helped take care of in the old orphanage that I paid for, so I ask. Leave her be, she already paid for this month. The mark on her arm is proof enough. After that, the crowd of mostly normal humans who Valentine had made recently started shouting in agreement. The guards of course were annoyed that food was looking down on them, started to take out their weapons, when one of them dropped their weapon, or rather their whole arm. As he screamed in pain, everyone else backed away and tried to assess the situation, with the guards looking for who had harmed their companion. To me it was obvious, but I decided to continue watching as it was getting entertaining to me. Guard 2, who did it? Who harmed my friend here? Man, I would take your wounded and go while you still can. After he said that, everyone quickly realized he had done that, and the girl ran over to him with a sad look on her face. Girl, big brother, why would you do that? Now you will have to find a new home again, and it will be even harder to visit us like before. I can take care of myself, you know. You trained me to protect myself after all. As she said that, she glared at the guards in anger. She seemed about to pull something out, but the man stopped her from doing so. Man, if you do that then you will be no different than the animals over there. I have my own problems with the laws here, so I already can take the blame. Don't dirty your hands with blood unless you must. Besides, who will take care of the others without you? She seemed to calm down after that, putting her hand back to her side along with stepping to the side with everyone else. Girl, brother, please don't kill them. You have enough blood on your hands already. We need you too, so don't leave us again, she said with small tears in her eyes. As she said that, the man nodded and turned back to the guards while taking a drink from what I now realized is a cup he made himself out of metal. Guard 2, surrender. You can't beat us all, let alone escape the city if you did. Neither of you can get away with what you have done. Man, and what has she done? Guard 3, she harbored, from what we heard, a man on the run and you who attacked my friend here unprovoked. Man, is that so? Everyone else leave. You want no part in what happens next. After he said that, everyone scrabbled out of the inn until just the man and the guards were left along with us. I of course hid us with illusions so the others wouldn't notice us, so I could continue watching the spectacle before me. I thought to step in if it got hairy if need be, but chose to wait more. Even the girl left behind the counter and grabbed the barkeeper to hide behind the bar as well. The barkeeper seemed confused by this and asked, "Shouldn't you be running? The guards are stronger than us even if they are low-rank vampires." Girl, no point, since if they were stronger than my big brother then we wouldn't get very far. But since they're not, just stay low and you'll be fine. It was clearly not her first time in this situation. But I had to wonder what the guy planned to do to win the fight. He was outnumbered and had no weapons on him. He didn't even have any armor on, just a light shirt and pants. He used the weapon the girl had hidden earlier to cut off the guard's arm but had put it back just as quickly. Man, as I said before, the girl doesn't like being touched. Take your wounded and go while you still can. Guard 1, or what, you will kill us with a soup cup. Besides the fact you attacked me with my guard down and have now given me enough time to regenerate, what reason do we have to not take you in? Man, it's tea actually, but I've done a lot in my life, but most of it was on a different world than this one. There I was trained to be the best soldier possible in every form known for combat or engineering expertise. But mostly as an assassin. Guard 2, bullshit, there are no other worlds, just this one. If there were other worlds, our Lord Valentine would have told us about them. I also doubt you can even fight us as you have no weapon. As the guard finished saying that, the man finished his drink and said, either surrender and walk away or... He paused as he put his teacup upside down on the table. I kill you with my teacup, even if I don't want to, since it's my favorite one. The guards looked confusingly at each other. The one leaned into the other and whispered softly, he just one guy, if he dies the higher ups won't care. But if what he says is true and he is from another world, if we bring his corpse before Valentine we will surely be rewarded. The other two guards nodded their head in confirmation. Then the other one turned around and went to stab the man in the chest. But the man at the same time put his hand in the cup and crushed it down on the table like a soda can, then rammed it into the guard's chest through his armor before the knife even came up, all the way destroying his heart core. The vampire fell to the floor and turned to dust soon after. The other two guards stopped before they could even pull out their own weapons in shock. Then as they started to tremble in fear, the man knelt down and picked up a plate off the floor and placed it back on the table where the cup was before. Then silently looked at them with a silent stare, daring them to try again. After a moment of silence they put their weapons away and picked up the belongings of their dead friend and quickly left the scene. After that the girl came out from the bar and looked at the teacup in sadness as she picked it up. Girl, biting teacup. Why didn't I think of that? Bartender, what do you mean didn't think of that? Girl, I was trying to think of how they would die, but it was less flashy than I expected it to be. Brother, I thought you would simply use their own weapons against them so you could say they killed themselves. I had to admit that would have been a better idea, is what I thought when I heard it. The man though seemed to think otherwise. Man, I am a soldier, not a killer or mercenary. I do only what helps de-escalate the situation, nothing more. We don't spill more blood than necessary, only those who deserve it. Don't forget that or you will become no better than your enemies. I like the man's ideals, that matched my own a lot, but I'm curious if what he said earlier was true. What do you think, Seal? Is he an otherworlder? Seal, as he appears to have a unique skill at least and knows technique that others in the world don't, with a mentality that is similar to the soldiers of your memories, I can conclude it is highly likely he is. Especially since he is a sage. Dang, maybe we should recruit him, Seal. We didn't have a lot of good human subordinates besides the 3 battle sages who joined us later, more out of fear than respect really, I think. We should try to recruit him so the monster nation has more people living there. It should help with making us more approachable to normal people. Plus if he evolves again we can have another awakened person on our side. I've got to wonder why he was never spoken of in stories though. Seal, likely due to him not evolving fast enough to survive being hunted down by the higher rank vampires after this stunt he pulled. Though that is uncertain still. If so, we should introduce ourselves to them and see our options at least. As I thought that, I got up from our table as me and Seal approached them when a weapon appeared near my neck. Man, so who are you and why did you stay here to cover for the others who ran or something else? Try not to hide from me. I don't use only my eyes to see my surroundings or magic sense either. Play nice and both of you will be unharmed. After he said that, I turned off my illusion. I'll be honest, I was surprised he saw through it so quickly. I still wounded how he did it too. Rimuru, so how did you know I was here? I didn't just hide myself, I also hid my presence and used mental manipulation magic to make it harder to notice me. Man, I have small friends who don't have souls or minds to manipulate, nor do they have aura or presence to give themselves away. Even now they are watching your every move. So why are you still here? Rimuru, I'm here because I'm under no threat and am visiting for other reasons, mostly for food of course. But now I'm curious about you. You said you came from another world, might I ask which one? Man, you are the first to believe so easily. But I'll oblige you. I'm from the year 2552 of earthly calendar from a planet called Reach. Rimuru, well then we both come from Earth then, but from two different time periods. Want to join me in making this world a better place? I could use man like you, especially since I doubt you can keep your family safe now that the vampires are coming to kill you now. As I said that, the guards came back with more reinforcements that you could hear outside surrounding the place. He thought for a moment, then looked at the girl behind him who seemed scared of me for some reason. Then I looked behind me and saw Seal giving the man and girl a scowl. She must not be happy with the weapon pointed at me, even if it can't hurt me. Man, why should I trust that you can get her and me out of this situation so easily? I know you're not weak and you do seem to be lying, but you are definitely hiding something. Rimuru, I can't tell you here, but I can teleport you somewhere else, then we can talk there. If you haven't noticed, time is running out. He seemed to think about it and then said, why should I trust you first, creature? Rimuru, because I'm not a bad slime. He seemed to recognize the phrase surprisingly, then said, fine, I'll trust you, friendly slime, this time. He seemed to be trying to hold in a chuckle as he put his weapon down. I then teleported as three away, leaving the bartender who hid behind the bar again when the sword came out near my neck. After that he looked around to check and see where we were and checked the girl to see if she was okay, then turned back to me. Man, so what do I call you and what time period you from, old man? To be continued.